Assalamualaikum and good evening to everyone. We are Group 3 and gonna present Chapter 3 Electronic Communication. So, this is our team members. Electronic communication consists of three subtopics. The first one is email etiquette, second, writing online, and the third one is customer care online. Electronic communication. Electronic communication is a communication which uses electronic media to transmit the information or message using computers, email, telephone, video calling, and fax machine. This type of communication can be developed by sharing data like image, graphics, sound, pictures, maps, software, and others. We know that e-communication has changed due to the way public interact and communicate with each other for different purposes like personal or business. By using this, it is very simple to communicate with the world because people can simply access global communication with no physical movement. Electronic communication can be classified into different types like messaging, voice call, email, social media, and website. The first subtopic is email etiquette. The use of email is to communicate with friends, family, as well as with the business contacts both at home and overseas. Some people find themselves read and replying to dozens of emails every day, especially when related to work. Thus, with the increasing quantity of emails received every day, it will affect our work's performance when replying to emails. Hence, we need a good guidelines or strict standards on how to use emails ethically to avoid a mistake or improper writing, especially for business purpose. Next, lazy email habits. Lazy email habits could lead to misunderstanding, frustration, non-action, wasted effort, wasted time, damaged relationship, and ruined reputation. These are top 10 lazy habits that we need to avoid when writing emails. First, using a vague or outdated subject line. Subject line in the emails play an important role, especially if your receiver get lots of message. Sometimes people will not even read a message unless the subject give a bigger picture about the email content. For example, you can include urgent or for action in the subject line to attract attention of the receiver. Second, not using a greeting or sign off. We should not forget to include a greeting and sign off in our emails. For example, you may use Hi Atika for greeting and best regards for sign off. We can hardly be wrong for going too formal, but we sure are wrong for going too casual. Third, not proofreading. One of the most important process in writing is proofread. Proofreading mainly to ensuring there are no lingering mistakes, errors, such as grammars and spelling. Fourth, using abbreviations or acronyms. Only use acronyms that the reader sure to understand. Fifth, using the wrong case. Avoid using all capitals because it is seen as rude and it is not necessary even as for subject line. Sixth, not thinking about who really needs to see the message. In CC list, only include the people who really need to see the email and be careful not to clicking reply all when you want to reply the emails. Seventh, writing everything in one long paragraph. One long paragraph made the readers hard to focus and pick out main points. Eighth, vague message with details missing. We need to structure our email properly so that no important details or main points are missing, and make sure answer all points from sender's email. Ninth, using unfriendly tone. And the last one, messages that are just plain sloppy. Tips for making emails. First, turn off your email alert. Notification will make you reply your emails in a rush because it kept bothering you and may affect your emotions. Second, respond to message promptly. If cannot reply immediately, notice the sender that you have read the email and will get back to the sender soon. Third, think carefully about your subject heading. Use SMART acronym, which stands for specific, meaningful, appropriate, relevant, and thoughtful. Fourth, keep caps lock off. Fifth, get your greeting and closing right. Sixth, send a CC to those who need to know, not to everyone you know. Seventh, check your message carefully and get it right first time. Eighth, do regular housekeeping. For example, you may set up filters on emails for an easier process. Ninth, take pride in your message. Make a short and simple sentence. And the last one, don't panic. Use phone calls. If your emails exchange continues for a few days, it is better to just give them a call. Building relationship online. Creating a real bond. Email may create misunderstanding and misinterpretation because we cannot hear the tone of voice, the gesture, and body language. So, it is important to use our words wisely to create email body language. As you can see, the picture shows two emails. The differences between these two emails are that in the second email, it looked more natural and friendlier than the first email. How to create a bond. First, use the customer's name because we love our own name. Second, avoid jargon. Use simple and clear words and sentences. Third, be friendly. Fourth, be confident and competent. And the last one, show empathy. We can show appreciation to the other person's points or problem. Creating electronic report. What is report? Report is a connection or relationship with someone else. So building report is the process of developing that connection with someone else. And yes, it's more easier when we are dealing with a person on the telephone than email because even without saying each other, we still can hear the tone of voice they are used, while on email we cannot get all of these advantages. So in this point, I will explain about how to create electronic report. Here are some techniques that we can use. The first, lead reader into the message. Be a warm, friendly, and greet them with introduction. For the example, it was good to meet you yesterday. It provided a good opportunity to learn more about your new project, which sounds very interesting. Rather, we jumping straight into the topic without no introduction, such as let's further to our meeting yesterday about your new project. Second, show some emotion. Show empathy, feelings, and emotion through email to form a better bond. Example, I appreciate your understanding in trying to resolve the problem.
Then I see what you mean and can appreciate what your concern. I'd be pleased to help you to sort out this issue. Let's use a visual language. Try to paint a picture of what you are communicating. For example, your suggestion looks good. I would like to take a look at this issue from another perspective. This will now enable us to focus on our mutual goal. So, this will help readers to be able to see what image we are trying to create with them. Why should we care what people think? Because impressions are important. All we have to do is understand all the basic rules about email etiquette and make a bit of effort to show politeness, considerations, and common sense to our reader. We should care about people things to avoid this. Sloppy email can affect career. We must remember if the email was sent in hurry, it will give us negative impacts. So it will affect our workplace relationships. Then we should identify which our reader appreciates their feelings and use words they will understand, also write in a good manner. Email or words. There are two examples of email. Let's see what's wrong with this email. Okay, let's look at the subject. Okay, this is a poor subject line. We should be specific, not just type hello like this. Then we must check our spelling first before send to the reader. And please use capital letters on certain words. Tips here, don't use capitals in email message. They imply shouting, difficult to read, and not polite at all. Okay, here the same email written but more appropriately. As you can see, this email much better than before, right? Okay, because they write a specific subject line, have a nice opening, and more etiquette. So, effective communication gives a professional impression of you and organizations. Effective communication helps to get things done.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I am Nur Faizin Aidat Akmal. So today I will explain how to write a good writing online in social media, which is website and blogs. To have a good writing, there are help to consider this 3Cs when writing online. So the writing must be clear, concise and consistent. Okay, next is writing for website. Okay, writing for a website is different to any other kind of writing. All the rules change when it comes to writing for website. Okay, there have two key reasons why writing on website must be simple, clear and concise. Okay, first is people want to find information quickly, which is if you don't get to the point quickly, they will not spend a lot of time on your website. Okay, second, people are scanning your writing to find the information that they want. Okay, they are looking for keywords that attract their attention. Okay, so this is 10 tips for making your website much more reader friendly, and that means visitor friendly. Okay, for the first tips is choose keywords. It pays to pick your keywords in advance. It's much easier to tailor your writing to your keyword if you decide what they are before you start. So when choosing keyword, try to be creative. People may type in something different or even misspellings. So the next tips is include a title on every page. Okay, as people are scanning, they really appreciate a clear headline on the top of every page of your website. Okay, this makes it easier to determine if the page contains the information they are looking for. So next is use subheadings. Okay, break up your page with subheading, as this is again great for scanning. Okay, next is keep paragraph and sentences short. Okay, if short paragraphs are much easier to read than long ones, and short sentences are also easier to read. Okay, when people are scanning website for information, they want to find information and understand it quickly. So the fifth is use white space. Okay, a lot of white space will help to frame your website writing and minimize eye strain and fatigue. The more you can do to help with this problem, the more likely it is the visitor will hang around. So the sixth is use bullet and number. Okay, bullet and number help writers to keep writing brief and straight to the point. Okay, so the seventh is watch your language. That means the web is no place for long sentences and long technical words. It is even more important when writing for a website that you keep your language plain and simple. So the eighth is use contraction. Writing in an informal, casual style, it will come naturally to use contraction. This will help you to keep sentences short. So the ninth is use sans serif font like Arial. On your writing website, it is important to keep your font choice simple, which is Arial, Tahoma, Verdana, and others that are sans serif are much easier to read on a screen. So the last one is don't forget to proofread. Make sure you do everything you can to eliminate any error from your website. Here I have 10 tips how to write a great blog post. For the first is do your research. Find out what people want to know and give them the latest information with your own opinion. People will respect you for giving your own opinions. For the second is compose a killer headline. That means if you want to stand apart from the rest, you must create a compelling headline on that is attractive enough for people to click on it. The third is start with a great introduction. So the introduction should really cut to the core of what your post is about. Fourth is stay focused. That means online readers only have a short attention span with no tolerance for fluff, so eliminate padding and any non-essential text. It's crucial to keep your points focused. There is a fine line between flavor and fluff. The fifth is keep it social. The key word in social media is social. That means conversational. Okay, write in a casual, friendly style as if you are speaking to the reader face to face. Put your personality into the content and include reader just as you will in speaking. So the sixth is use the right tones. Okay, tones come from word and phrase choice and from use of punctuations. Let your personality shine through in your writing and let your readers really get to know the real you. So 7 is avoid sale pictures. That means make your content educational, informative, and useful with no ulterior motive. 8 is use pictures. Okay, pictures are great because they add a visual appeal to your post. So picture are a great supplement for your content too. 9 is be consistent. Be consistent in display, design, language use, and formatting. The last one is make a commitment. Okay, writing well for blogs is a long-term commitment and a real learning experience. So keep trying to write great contents, learn from your mistake and from your success.
Hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Nazrul Izzuddin bin Bakri. I will discuss about writing for social networking site. Okay, not so long ago, we used to keep a diary to record our daily doings, right? Privately. But now people update their status on social media networking site regularly, often minute by minute. Very often though. Status update don't make compelling reading like this. For example, having a breakfast, walking the dog, eating a tuna sandwich. My bus is packed today, whatsoever. What makes a good status update? Most experts seem to agree that personality is what drives people to follow you, especially especially on Twitter. Plus, of course, making your update useful and interesting. If you keep posting things like having a coffee with Lisa, people will soon get bored with you. So, what makes a great status update? We know that need to be short, but what else? As with every written message, it's important to start by asking what's your aim or what do you want readers' reaction to be when they read your update. Perhaps it will help to consider if you want people to do something, think something, or feel something. Here are the three keys to writing positive status update. First, be genuine. Let your personality shine through and build up rapport with your readers. Make your aim to help your fans and friends understand you better, to see more of your true personality. Avoid meaningless, mindless travel and put too much information. Second, be generous. It's not all about you. It's all about being helpful to your readers, your supporters, and your friends. Be helpful by giving them information that will help them, including links and other resources. Social media is all about sharing. Next, be grateful. Always show appreciation and gratitude when others are generous. A simple thank you always make people smile. Or you will share a comment or retweet it or repost something interesting. What goes around comes around. Next, I will talk about writing techniques for social media networking site. Okay, the first is keep your posts briefly. You will annoy your friends immensely if you write long-winded, unedited posts. People are scanning sites like Facebook, not reading it word for word. So, keep your posts brief and include links to longer text or blog posts. Next, number two is include details. Details are important. This doesn't mean you can make your post long, but if you are talking about your cat, tells us your cat's name. If you are dining with your wife, tell us her name. Giving detail like this will help people feel more connected to you. Number three is share your feelings. The more feeling you share, the more authentic you will appear. If you are taking your dog to the vet, tell us how it makes you feel. If you have an important meeting tomorrow, share your feelings. They will again bring reader closer to you, helping them get to know the real you. Number four is consider your audience. Just as with any type of writing, it's important to remember who you are speaking to. All your friends will see your posts, so draw people into what you are saying by asking questions and by revising your text with the audience in mind. Next is number five. Write to one person, not many. So, your post should be worded like you were speaking to one person, not to several hundred in your network. So, keep your posts conversational by using personal pronouns and contractions. Use a warm, relaxed, and friendly tone. Number six, don't be vague. Vague posts are confusing and irritating. People don't want to read, for example, I'm about to start something exciting. So remember the advice earlier in the chapter. Be clear, concise, and consistent. Number seven, use correct punctuation. Your posts give an impression of you, and it may be a first impression to some people. Better make sure it's a good one. Put full stop at the end of sentence and learn the correct use of the apostrophe. Number 8, don't overuse exclamation marks. If you want to use these exclamation marks, if absolutely necessary, include one exclamation mark, but please don't use multiple exclamation. It's very, very, very annoying. Next is number 9. Ask question. A great ploy to get the attention of your reader is to ask question or somehow draw them into a discussion. Question make people think and respond with their own thought. This is the ultimate goal of any successful social media strategy. Next is number 10. Don't boost. You'll turn off your audience if you show off all the time. So please don't. Don't show off too much. Number 11. Don't badmouth others. It's, it's not a good idea to speak badly about people on social media. If you're mad at someone and you post about it, it will not reflect you in a good light. For example, my mom had a best advice. If you don't have anything good to say, better not to say anything. Number 12, and the last tip is maintain variety. It's not a good idea to post about the same topic all the time, right? People will get bored and will not respond or interact. Use an assortment of techniques like some personal comment, some links, some fun stuff, some serious stuff, some photos or videos. Next is a word of warning about abbreviation. So many people today are using misspelling for words like the, that, this, would, thought, friends, stone, and even with you. This may be the language you use when texting or instant messaging your friends, but it is not a good idea to get into the habit of using these known words. When you post something on your social media, it's going out to a much wider audience. It will not give a good impression of you. In fact, it will have the opposite effect, especially if being viewed by potential employers. So, if you use any abbreviation like this, do you do all the time or just with your friends? It's really important to you learn to adapt your communication style depending on who you are talking to. Otherwise, you could end up in trouble. So don't use the abbreviation too much. That's all from me. Thank you.
In this chapter, it also include about customer care online. I think all of us already know how much important to care about our customer, especially during this day. There are a few reasons why we need to keep our customer. It is because they are one of the source income for the company. Basically, no customer, no money, no money, no company. Anyway, keeping a loyal customer is much more important than find a new one. These days, companies are taking customer experience seriously than before. One of the reasons why companies are taking this seriously is because of the competition between them. The number of competition keep increasing till most of the company cannot catch up. Even it will give benefit for the customer, but it will harm some company. Generally, people will always find a company that can provide them with a good services. It all starts with customer care. And because of competition are increasing day by day, most of the owner of the company cannot think much about new product and mostly look at what's in trend at that time. For an example is bubble tea. When one company come up with the idea, another company will follow them. Basically, customer care is a longer term approach to taking care of a customer and showing actual care for them. Companies need to listen to their needs, answer their question, and offer the right solution. This kind of interaction you can interpret as an aim to win and maintain customers. It also will drive customers' willingness to pay for value. With a good customer care, customer will do not care much about the price. Last but not least is everyone wants everything yesterday, which is today can be yesterday for tomorrow. That means customer want it now. Next slide is customer care through email and online. Internet has opened a new world for many people around the world. Many opportunities are available there. Now, internet are one of the most important things that people need today. It is the reason why companies need to take care their customers through online and email. One of the reasons are easy to find online. Make sure it is easier for potential customers come to you. Today, if someone wants more information about a company, they are most likely to do their research online. Potential customers will not put a lot of effort into finding you, and they should not have to. A simple Google search should provide them with all the information they seek. So, you must make sure that your company get listing in search engine. Web marketing expert can help you. Next is ensure visual appeal. Most people judging a book by its cover. Your web design should attract attention. This is the key to getting visitors engaged with your website. Visual appeal is a quality in itself. It can be a great advantage that you use to cover other, less convenient aspects of your website. Website navigation does more than tell people what content you have and where to find information. If companies have a simple site navigation, users can find the content they are looking for much faster. Navigation is how people understand and move around your website. Good navigation makes the whole process easy and smooth. Last but not least is offer something extra. By offering something extra, it can differentiate yourself or your company from your competition. What it means by offering something extra, maybe you can put some link that relevant articles providing further information about your company and its product. Web marketing is the process of using the internet to market your business. It includes the use of social media, search engines, blogging, videos, and email. Marketing through the web are very important for companies to attract their customers. There are a few methods to market through the web. First is by your email address. Email address is old school for some people to market their products, but you need to realize that most people have email to sign in something. From there, they can be your potential customer. You never know. By giving them company's email address, it can help customers to contact companies much more faster and clear. Do not forget to advertise your email address on your business card, signature, or your product. Always advertise information on small things. Nowadays, social media marketing are very important to attract customers. It is because it is a way to connect to large audiences of people and offer a value. It can be used to engage audiences, bring them over to websites, and then provide more value with more content. Do not be afraid to create content that will engage audiences through funny stories, anecdote, pictures, and uplifting news. If you succeed, focus on building trust and an active relationship with customers. They are more likely to listen when you promote a product or service to them.